Hey everybody, Jake here, and doing a little something with Jake builds today, a little something different. Uh, Both a new intro and a new camera perspective. But yeah, I should have made this clear the first ever time I did Jake builds. Really, it was just an experiment on what I wanted to do with this channel, which was just a smattering of different things, such as Jake Plays, where I play video games, Boys Play, where me and my friends play video games and I recorded, and Jake Builds, where I build Gunpla at high speeds using time lapse. But I decided today to do a little something different, like I said, to give you a new intro. So everyone, welcome to the new and improved Jake Builds, today with a proper intro, and what we'll be building today, which is the the OZ06 MS Leo from Gundam Wing. So I actually do have a couple of Gundam Wing kits as it is. I have the heavy arms, non-EW. Now, of course, high grade wise, I have very few. So I have the heavy arms TV version, the wing TV version, and of course the real grade wing, and of course the real grade talkies. But now, about to add a little bit more to that with the Leo. So let's go ahead and get this popped open and switch to that fancy new point of view, starting with this. Voila! The brand new camera view with 90% more, I guess you could say, range? I guess you could say. Of course, this is now a first-person perspective. To go over the Leo box just a little bit, we have the Gundam Evolution Project right here. And of course, what color of plastic it's molded in is molded in a sort of, I guess you could say, more brownish, gray, and green. Or gray for the inner frame, if you can call it inner frame, and a green for the outside. Now, I've always loved the Leo just for its pure simplicity. I've heard that a lot of people love it as an army builder, which is understandable. It's very good. And kind of a little bit reminds me of Master Chief from Halo. Kinda, just in the way that the head is shaped, and of course the yellow and the little mono eye section. As if I don't know if you can say and see, but there's a little bit dust here. This is kind of sat in my backlog for a while, and I just haven't touched it. Of course, on this side, the blurb about the Leo, if you can pause the video and read that. I don't have a very good camera. I'm mostly using a webcam. A sort of artistic render of the Leo. And of course, just this baller, like, cascade of Leos on the front. Let's pop the box open. See what we have inside. So, first runner A, looks like it has the bulk of the Leo's armor, along with the beam sabers. Put that over there. And it seems that we have two other runners C and B. It looks like C has red for the sections around the head, and of course some polycaps, which is kind of interesting. Considering this was part of the Gundam Evolution project, I did not expect there to be polycaps. And of course, like I said, the more brownish color right here on runner B, what looks like around the legs, the hands, and the shins or knees, I believe. And of course, we have the balls for the arms. But after that, we have the instruction manual. There we see the fully constructed, it looks like panel-lined Leo on the front. This is pretty cool. I always love the Leo for its simplicity. So we're going to go ahead and put this down. Probably jump to getting get to the point where we have the runners ready, raring to go. And, yeah, let's do it. So we have our runners. We're going to put here. Now this is just for what I'm using as a sort of runner holder, this is sort of just like a plier holder that I've kind of modified with some zip strips. Sort of put it in there in the bottom to hold these more firm. But yeah, so far I've used this and it's never failed me, and I like it a lot. Of course, we see here, it looks like the gun is not very color accurate from what we see on the instruction manual. So this is, it looks like the 150 millimeter or 105 millimeter assault rifle or assault weapon or cannon. Yeah, no, sorry, the 105 millimeter rifle looks like it's molded in all black with, I guess, some gray bits. Oh, here we go, right here. Yeah, some gray bits to make up more color, which is very interesting because I do appreciate it a lot when they color separate the weapon. But now, of course, like I said, it's not very color accurate. It looks like on the manual, well, I say color accurate. It's a little bit of a, lighter shade or darker shade of gray instead of just black. So it's not a big deal. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Sue me? I don't know. Anyway, let's get this puppy bopped open. And start. Wow, they actually start with the legs. Shockingly enough. That's what I always like to do. I always start with the legs and then work my way up. So this camera's perspective makes it very difficult to reach across my table, across my desk. So we're gonna fold it like that. Pop it in there. My little stand. And maybe we should have got the tools out before I... Now, of course, my standard set of affairs, my razor box with all of my tools. And of course, the silicate package just to keep the moisture out. But of course, my god hands, the side cutters, Gundam side cutters, which I've actually had these for a while. They were great. They kind of got a little dull, a little quick, shockingly enough. And, of course, that, my pair of tweezers. I have 2 sets of tweezers in here. And, of course, hobby knife. Of course, we're not going to use all that right away. We're going to kind of put those away and use just the cutters for the time being. Put that over here. And let's get a crack at lacking. Oh, there's something we're missing here. Oh, shit. There. That's how you do it. And it starts now. Alright, so that is the Leo complete. And I do have to say, it's a lot of fun to build, in all honesty. It's very simplistic. In general, its articulation is actually pretty good. It's got a lot of forward and back movement right up here at the shoulder, if you could see that. Now, it doesn't go back, well, with the ball joint, it kind of goes back a little bit more right there. Of course, on the shoulders, full, well, not full, but a good straight out if you angle the shoulder just right. Get that right there, down like that. And of course, these little armor sections right here move like so. The arms, kind of all the way up, kind of not. Probably if I didn't have the gun in the hand, it could probably go all the way up. Bring that down, and of course, swivel ball joint here in the hand. Of course, like I said, I wish that there was a little bit more color separation on the rifle. Now, of course, what we've seen, it's a lighter gray instead of just a full black like this one is, but hey, it's pretty cool. I do also love the Leo's 105 millimeter gun or rifle. I think it's pretty cool, pretty interesting. Of course, over here we have the shield, which also stores the beam sabers. Now, of course, there is no articulation here for the beam sabers to pop out, so there's going to have to pop straight down. It's alright. It's definitely a cool looking shield, of course. Color separated here at all 4 points. It's going to probably look a lot better color separated here right at the 4 points. Of course, down here we have a little bit more of the arm bend, which doesn't go all the way up. That's okay. The ab crunch, however, yeah, hit the camera. Damn it. Kind of goes like that. Oh, can't go too far without it popping off. But it kind of goes like that. Now, as for the head, there isn't much articulation. The Leo is very much very stiff-headed mobile suit-ish. But I do love the way it looks. I think it looks fantastic. Down at the legs, now, this is where it gets a little interesting. So, Leo can stretch all the way out like that. So, it's okay. And then backwards, like so. Can't go all the way backwards because of the thrusters in the butt. The butt thrusters. Or blusters. Now, of course, as for the side movement, it goes all out like so. You're about going to get it that far. As for the sort of leg and foot articulation, it can go side. Well, hold up. Let's do that again without it coming off. Side like that, side like so, forward and back ish. There's some good articulation here. It definitely is good for getting some dynamic poses. But, like, if you haven't seen recently, this little, like, shin ankle armor right there, that will love to fall off. And, of course, there's a little bit of articulation right there. But these little ankle armor bits right here, these will pop off because there's only a sort of only a little ball joint. Pull my foot off. There's a little ball joint in there holding this ankle piece on. So, meaning that you're going to have to be a little careful because it will come off like that. And that's no bueno. I will definitely have to say it'll probably do pretty good with some top coat. And of course, you have the alternate shoulder segment to replace the shield. Let's see if we can get it into a cool pose. kind of pull off the Terminator T-100 pose. Maybe if we use the shoulder armor. There! That looks cool. I love the Leo. As for panel liner recommendations, I would highly recommend using a black panel liner to bring out a lot of what the detail of the Leo has. Articulation is good. I do appreciate it. Its detail is actually surprisingly good. For high grade. I know some high grades do tend to rely on color correcting stickers, which is not my favorite. I will say, but it's really good, and there's a lot of good color separation, especially up here on the head. I was not expecting the red on the back of the head, which I think is just all kinds of cool. Now, as for color accuracy, the rifle, not the greatest. Like I said, it definitely on the front, it does kind of look a lot more like a lightish gray-ish. Now, of course, if you're a big stickler, you can definitely paint it, including right down here on the muzzle segment. It's definitely got the gray sort of hourglass, in a sense, with the black muzzle flash. It's not a big deal, but still, color accuracy. But as for the Leo itself, I give it a glowing recommendation. If you love Gundam Wing and you love grunt suits, the Leo is definitely the way to go. It's my second favorite grunt suit, just right after the Zaku, which is my favorite, but I'm a Universal Century nerd. But yeah, that has been, let's get back to the chat cam. That has been the first ever new Jake builds with the new perspective. I know that I probably didn't do... I probably bumped the camera one too many times, but that's just as a trial run. I'm really giving it a consideration to keep it at this perspective. I think that it just looks good, and when I go back to edit it, it's probably going to look even better. But as for that is the end of Jake builds. I appreciate all of you for watching. If you like the content, hit the like button. If you like it even more, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to get updated whenever a new Jake builds, Jake plays, or boys play comes out, hit that bell notification, or bell icon. Bleh. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye now.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the sky so bright, like a diamond in the sky.